Patrick Byrne is celebrating one of his newest startups with friends, colleagues, and a bunch of people who just want 5 minutes of his time.
That's our clock.
Oh, wow. I don't have a card on me.
Byrne is used to networking. His father was the CEO of Geico and a close friend of Warren Buffett. And he's the founder of popular deal site Overstock.com. But this is a different world.
Make some noise for the CEO and his mother.
This is the land of Bitcoin enthusiasts, where Byrne has become a crypto god.
I so appreciated the philosophical underpinnings of what you're talking about. So, all right, I'm a fanboy.
Do you mind shoes off in my place? And you're gonna try to disguise the place I live so I don't get weirdos?
We don't want weirdos. Although you did invite us here, so.
I did. Okay, welcome.
Byrne lives alone in a 3-story concrete ski chalet. He's never been married and has no kids. He's more of a cat person.
This is my friend Master Poe. You'll notice she is vision impaired. And this is Che Guevara, and she has 2 eyes.
Byrne, who's a 3-time cancer survivor, has a doctorate in philosophy and an authentic Chinese opium bed. He loves chess and water sports. That sling is for an injury he sustained in Nicaragua while surfing.
Where's this
Hash
going?
that for me,
Oh, yeah,
find the
of course.
sticky side and just,
So just go right here?
yeah.
But what he's most interested in right now is finding a way to undermine what he believes are oppressive financial institutions that control society.
These institutions that we get told are neutral and they're governing society neutrally, they really get captured, economists like to say, and they become the tools of powerful to oppress the weak.
This might seem like an odd obsession for someone with Byrne's pedigree, but he's been at war with Wall Street for almost 2 decades.
I've been on a dozen or times or more to talk about how to fix Wall Street. Heavy centralized institutions, a lot of dirty business going on Wall Street.
And he often uses his company, Overstock, as a weapon. In 2002, Overstock became one of the first companies to go public outside of Wall Street by using something called the Dutch IPO, which raises money directly from the public. In 2007, Overstock sued a bunch of short sellers for allegedly trying to depress the company's share price. And then, Byrne found Bitcoin.
I'd like to give you my Make Bitcoin Great Again hat, but you got to promise to wear it as you walk down the street in New York.
I can wear it once while walking around.
Okay.
When you first saw Bitcoin, did you think, this thing's pretty cool? Do you remember what you thought when you first encountered it?
When I first heard of Bitcoin, it reminded me of my feelings about gold. And so I liked it. I'm an Austrian economist by sort of background and inclination, so I distrust the idea of central banking.
In 2014, Overstock became the first large company to accept the cryptocurrency as a form of payment.
And was there interest when you actually implemented it?
Well, truth is people don't spend it much. It's really about 0.2% of our sales, 1/5 of 1% of our sales. I didn't really think we were going to get a monster amount of business from it. It was I wanted our technology team to get familiar with it.
Accepting Bitcoin turned Byrne into a household name in the crypto community. And Overstock shares have trended pretty closely to Bitcoin's price ever since. But for Byrne, Bitcoin was never what really mattered.
The main event of Bitcoin isn't really Bitcoin. It's this blockchain technology.
Okay, tell me like I'm 5 years old. What is this blockchain technology?
Imagine a ledger, but imagine this is a magic ledger and has a few interesting properties. One is it's immutable. When you write something there, it can't ever be erased. Secondly, there are other copies of this ledger all over the world, and when you change something here, it magically simultaneously changes there. And in addition, the whole thing is protected cryptographically. It's a machine that generates trust. That's what blockchain does.
Generating trust between strangers is also a big part of what financial institutions do, which is why Byrne thinks blockchain can eventually make those institutions obsolete.
You started without me, good. I thought you would just be.
And why he's putting so much of his time, money, and reputation into making blockchain a mainstream technology.
I have a very direct sense of purpose now. To be honest, I was on the verge of retiring. I was on the verge of selling the retail business and retiring. You want to tell them about DeSoto? What is going on there?
We're sending down a team for 10 days to work closely with our users.
Byrne now travels the world evangelizing about the potential of blockchain. He's also created a venture capital firm within Overstock that uses the company's money to invest in blockchain startups.
We want blockchain meets the creation of capital, which is land titling. Blockchain meets central banking, and blockchain meets voting. What about how many people?
The effort that's furthest along is T0, a startup that targets his favorite enemy, Wall Street. It sets up a platform that will compete with traditional stock exchanges.
You know, when you're a kid and you buy a baseball card, and here's my baseball card, and here's your dollar or whatever, and we let go at the same time. I mean, that's like a trade. A blockchain-based system is like that. It's the money and the stock are changing ownership at the same time. So currently, people pay maybe $15. If you have a stock brokerage account and you call your broker, you're paying $15 to execute a trade. That $15 you're paying is feeding a lot of mouths all through this plumbing. Well, that plumbing can all be kind of eliminated, and you have a much simpler system that is robust and I think 80 or 90% cheaper. And most importantly, all kinds of mischief that goes on Wall Street can't go on here.
We gotta do it like this right here. Special. Congratulations, God bless.
I feel like we're in this historical moment, maybe even a biblical moment.
Byrne has never shied away from these sorts of over-the-top predictions, which is why so many people inside the Bitcoin world want in on the party.
10 years ago, I got in a fight with Wall Street and got them really angry at me. And now, doing it again.